So a first half where you all obviously were on fire, pretty much 54-21. What was it that got you out to such a good start on that? What were you seeing? What were you getting accomplished for both of you?
Well, we always know that we're going to get team's best shot. So coming into the game, we just wanted to do what we do, and then being able to play in front of our home crowd was gave us a little bit more energy.
For sure. I think too we focused on pressuring them. They turned it over quite a bit, and that was kind of our goal with them to get points off turnovers. They we did a pretty good job of that. But yeah, like Kiki said, just coming out knowing we're gonna get the best shot from every team. So starting off with good energy is always the goal.
Speaking of the hustle statistic, you uh, outperformed them 25-2 on second chance points. Just talk about the hustle that's involved with something like that and what you were able to do to get that big an advantage on them.
I just think exposing like different parts of the game where you have an advantage, and that's where we had the advantage this game. So just being able to capitalize off that, we did good.
I think we pushed in transition pretty well. If I'm reading this right, um, off their turnovers, we had 43 points. Is that right? Okay, yeah. So I think just like I said, pressuring the ball and then converting on offense. I think obviously we did a good job at. But yeah,
Kiki will just give you a second to kind of brag on Jayda a little bit. She came at 5 assists today. Nice effort in her time on the court.
Jada's amazing. When the shot's not hitting for her, she knows that she's gonna give us the ball. So just playing with a point guard that is pass first is just great. It gives us confidence that when we're getting the ball from her, just knock it down. So I'm proud of her.
And of course, Jayda, you need to return the favor now and brag a little bit on Kiki.
yeah. Kiki's amazing too. I mean, her free throws, she got to be ranked in the country with percentage because she don't miss them very often. Her ability to get downhill, to shoot it, all those things. But I think she played great team basketball tonight, and yeah, great person, Key. Yeah,
Thank you.
You get a big lead in a game like this, the other team gets frustrated. Was it a physical situation out there, and how do you approach that from your guys' standpoint? There were some weird, collisions and
yeah.
pull downs, and I don't
Right.
know how to phrase all this, but there is a way you have to be careful. You don't want to get something cheap happen to you in a game like this. How do you approach it?
I think just being smart. Like I said to start off this, we're gonna get every team's best shot, but then when the game does get physical like that, we have to be smart because we have to understand like we have a whole season. Just being able to do what we do while teams are doing that. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I think we did a good job of being smart as well. I don't think we had any techs.
Mm-mm.
So I think we kept our heads and finished the game out. So yeah, I think we did a good job in the heat of the moment with some of those plays.
Definitely being safe.
Yeah.
Want to be safe.
Yeah. After all you've played, are you guys feel like you're as a team getting a better feel for like who the team is, where it goes in certain situations, what you can do to other teams? Is that starting to kind of come into picture for you guys?
I think at times we can see ourselves growing, but being a new team, you have them different spurts of like, all right, like I gotta see where Sid likes the ball, or where Olivia likes the ball, or even where Jayda likes the ball. So I'm just learning as we go, but being 7 or 8 games in, we're doing pretty good. I think not just game wise, but practice wise, off the court. I love this team.
Yeah, I think just going off Kiki, we're doing a good job of trying to figure it out. I think obviously we're still in the process of that. But I do think, like she said, we see spurts of it and we see plays and possessions of it and kind of runs of it. But just trying to continue to work on it to put it together so we can have a full 40 minutes of us. So
A week off now before a kind of big rivalry comes in here. What have the returning players told you about the UK U of L rivalry and what to expect? And what do you feel about it personally, each one of you?
yeah, I mean they've talked about it. It's a big rivalry. I think for us being new, we're kind of just we haven't played in it, so we don't really know what the energy is going to be like. But they've done a great job at describing it and just how our fans are during it and how even the UK fans are. So I'm excited. I know Kiki's side of the team's excited to get a week's worth of practice in and just get prepared for that game.
Yeah, just to piggyback off back off Jada, we're hearing nothing but like it's gonna be a packed out house. We got to come to play, things like that, and just like again, we're gonna get their best shot. But if we watch film, we may get better than what they look like on film, just because of a big rivalry. So we're excited for coordination. We're excited for the game, and we're excited.
Obviously, coming from this kind of victory, you guys are clicking on all cylinders. Would you say, though, especially going into that rivalry game, that you guys are a core unit at this point, that you guys are playing collective basketball to the point where you're confident going into any matchup, whether it's a rival or the top team in the country for that matter?
Yeah, I think like we said, we're still learning each other, being so new and just learning, like Kiki said, where certain people want the ball, how certain people just operate on the court. So I think we're still trying to get a good feel for it, but I do think we are growing in that aspect, every game, every practice. So I wouldn't say we're definitely confident in each other, and we're gonna do anything it takes to win, but we still are working to be better every day.
I would also say just confident in learning. Like you said, being confident going into the game, but I think we're confident going into every game. But the coaches prepare us more than enough to just be ready for the games, and then at the end of the day, it's back on us. But we're still learning each other, getting to know each other. But with this team, it's like when adversity hits, how do we adjust? And that's what we're still learning. But I think we'll be okay.
31 turnovers also today, obviously, that you forced right here. I mean, the identity of this team, it seems like you guys play great defense and then capitalize. So in your eyes, though, what would you say the identity of the team is?
We working on the defense part, I will say
Yeah.
that. Every day in practice, we're still working. I'm not sure I think that comes with, trying to figure it out. I think we're confident in individual abilities and each other's abilities. I think we're still trying to find, okay, what is our identity going to be? But I feel like you said, we're working on defense. We're trying to get better at that as well as get our offense in sync. So you might have to ask that question a little bit later.
Yeah. I think the main thing we have to work on is being able to put a team away. When we get up, I feel like we may not let them back in the game, but we let them do what they want to do. Coach Walsh is teaching us Louisville history, Louisville basketball. Once you have a team, or when you're up on a team, you got to learn how to put them away. So that's one thing we're learning. But step by step, we're gonna get there.
Lily with a double
Yes.
today about that. I know you all got to be so proud and happy for her. Just talk about what she brings to this team.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Energy. I mean, that girl, she's going to get up on defense. Obviously, she's going to get some rebounds. She just brings a lot of energy. I mean, we talk about all the time her length. She's just a presence on the floor. Who she is, where she is, just because of how long she is, how active she is on defense. But, yeah, just love her and love the energy she brings, the physicality she brings, the attitude she brings. She's a baller. So we love having her on our team for sure.
And definitely what Jayda said, love having her. And there's a lot I can say about Lily, but her defense, I think, what turns our games around. Her energy on defense is I know that when Lily is guarding the ball, it's hard to get by her,
Right.
She's going to get a deflection. You can see her plus and minuses are higher than a lot of people on our team just because she's so active on the ball. When she's in the game, it's she kind of takes her player away for a sense. So I'm proud of Lily. She got the double-double. She deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.